Hello everyone and welcome back to Classic Cricket Matches. Today we are continuing with our series of highlights from the 1999 edition of the One Day World Cup. This game is between Pakistan and Zimbabwe in the Super 6 stage. So to give you a recap of what happened, Pakistan started out their campaign very strong, winning the first 4 matches in the first group stage of the game, and then they lost 3 straight against Bangladesh in the last game of the group stage, and then against South Africa and India in the Super 6 stage. So now they needed a win in their final game of the Super 6 stage, which was against Zimbabwe, to advance to the semi-final. Now keep in mind that the Zimbabwe team of the 99 World Cup was actually a pretty decent side. They surprised everyone by beating South Africa in the group stage of the game, and then they actually beat India as well to advance to the Super 6 stage. So Pakistan were not to take this side lightly. So Pakistan won the toss and elected to bat first, and now after having lost 3 straight matches, they need a win here to advance to the semi-final. Please press that subscribe and like button below, as it would really help the channel. Without further ado, please enjoy the highlights.
In a higher order. Well, this is what Henry Olonga was brought back for, to take a wicket. Very expensive, this man Henry Olonga, but he takes his wickets. And his captain Alistair Campbell will be very happy with this. And the floor taking a very simple catch. Took a very long time in coming down, but when it came down, it found the gloves. Another wicket for Henry Olonga. Pakistan lose their 4th wicket, 194 for 4.
To a full toss from the Zimbabwe leg spinner.
Pretty much a premeditated stroke, I would think. That ball was much too full to be looking to sweep. Missed the front foot, hit the back leg, plumb in front. Absolutely nothing wrong with that, and David Orchard agrees. Adam Huckle takes a wicket in his last over. 195 for 5.
So, 3 wickets have gone down for 12 runs in 17 balls. Clipped away by Afridi, gets him off the mark. Right. 200 up for Pakistan. Still going at over 5 and over, which they've done almost all through the innings. He's absolutely hammered that. Smashed it over cover for 6. That's the sort of hitting we saw from Shahid Afridi in Nairobi when he scored the quickest century in one-day international cricket. Just took him 37 balls.
And this is what Pakistan have been looking for from Shahid Afridi since this competition started. It's a very big boundary here at the Oval, and he has cleared it by a long way.
That's going to clear mid-wicket. 226 for 5. That didn't go where Mohan wanted it to go, and now he's in a bit of strife. He was hoping it would go square. Mohan Khan tried to hit it squarer, finished up having to dive back in. Now that's a pretty tough decision. That's very, very tight. Might just be out by a touch, but it's a difficult one to give. That's the side on camera.
A direct hit, and I think he's struggling to get back in. There you see him just a little short of the crease, and that is out.
Pakistan 228 for 5. Caught. So Zimbabwe doing well here in taking wickets and keeping Pakistan in check.
Yes, bowlers pulling it back for the Zimbabwe. Azhar Mahmood nicking that one, and Pakistan now 7 down for 231. A bit of away swing at the last minute. Azhar Mahmood playing down the wrong line with a little close face of the bat as well.
first ball. So Zimbabwe doing very well. That's 3 wickets in 6 balls, and Heath Streak is on a hat-trick.
That's a great Yorker. Heath Streak got it spot on. What a ball to bowl first up. Into the block hole. Razak gone for naught. And Pakistan lose 8 wicket for 231. Heath Streak bowling a lovely Yorker there, deceiving the batsman with pace. A little bit of movement as well. Razak just a little late on that one. Had it full up. And there you see the bat coming down just a fraction bit late to cover the line and movement, even the length of the Yorker. They were looking very comfortably placed at one time, but Zimbabweans picking up wickets and putting the Pakistani batter under pressure once again.
There's only ever been one World Cup hat-trick. Chetan Sharma of India against New Zealand in Nagpur in the 1987 World Cup. Heath Streak has the opportunity here to put his name in the record books. Sensible captaincy, another man inside the circle, try and keep the new batsman on strike. Oh, that's got to be very close. Well, he's bowled a brilliant, in fact, it's called a no ball. Otherwise, I think he might have had the hat-trick.
Brilliant ball from Heath Streak, except that it was a no ball. A lovely Yorker once again. It was going down the leg side, but Saqlain Mushtaq was lucky really not to be judged LBW, because had that pitched within the stumps, he was beaten for pace.
Fine bowling by Heath Streak, because he got the first wicket, Azam Mahmood, with a very good outswinger. And then the one that bowled Abdul Razak just swung back a little bit, and then he followed that up with the in-swinger. So good control whilst moving the ball around. They've gone for the bowler's end, or direct hit. Saqlain would have been heading for the pavilion, I think. Saqlain also is carrying a bit of an injury. I think it might be a groin or something.
Yes, Saqlain just reacting a little late to the call of Shahid Afridi. And had that hit directly, would have been curtains for Saqlain.
That's gone, 6.
Crowds enjoyed that one. Shahid Afridi hitting it with a lot of power against the spin, but winding up really to give the full flow of the bat. That was a big hit.
Oh, that's well hit. That's hit very, very hard.
Shahid Afridi hitting the ball sweetly, using the pace of Olanga's delivery there, middling it nicely through that square leg area. Fielder had no chance whatsoever to stop it going to the boundary.
Mid-off, getting under it. Neil Johnson takes the catch. Had a very good contribution there from Shahid Afridi. 37 from 28 balls.
Afridi playing well, getting 37. Mistiming that drive. Not in absolute convincing position to play that shot. Didn't get the elevation required, and Johnson taking a relatively easy catch.
Shoaib Akhtar is the new batsman. could be caught in the outfield. Neil Johnson can't quite get to it. But he does very well, actually, to knock it down. That could easily have bounced over his head and gone for 4. So Pakistan have posted a very good total, and you get the feeling that it's going to be a tough chase on this pitch. There's a bit in it.
Saeed Anwar finally coming good for Pakistan. A brilliant century by one of the finest openers in one-day internationals, and very good support for him from Wajahat Wasti. But later on, no real runs by most of the middle order for Pakistan. That'll be a continuing worry for them, and Shahid Afridi demoted as such in the order, but coming up with a nice useful knock towards the end. 271 then for Pakistan. At a stage it looked they might even get to 300. But heat streak very expensive, and so too Henry Olonga, both picking up 2 wickets. Only Mbangwa kept the Pakistanis a bit in check, 28 runs in 8 overs. For Zimbabwe, 272 for a win. Just about everything was against them. 1, their batting hadn't been clicking. 2, most of the chasers in the World Cup hadn't quite made it beyond 250, so it was always going to be very difficult, and Pakistan had one of the finest bowling attacks in the World Cup. And to top it all, Zimbabwe were docked that 1 over because of the slow over rate, so they'd have to make 272 in only 49 overs. Well, it was going to be a very, very uphill task indeed. But miracles do happen, and we will catch up with Zimbabwe's chase right after the break.
Johnson has begun against Pakistan where he left off against Australia. Here he is now to Neil Johnson. He's charging in. Yes, now that is pretty quick. There's an appeal. I think that's hit the arm guard. Dave Orchard says it's hit the helmet, in which case it's probably got to be a no ball.
What a super delivery to Cop first up. And that's gone straight into the helmet. Appeal from the fielders, but this is an absolute ripper delivery.
Gone. Beaten for pace. It was only a matter of time before Shoaib Akhtar pitched one up. And Grant Flower has been completely undone by a fast in-swinging Yorker from Shoaib Akhtar.
Stunning bowling from Shoaib Akhtar to remove Grant Flower. He'd been banging the ball in short. On this occasion, got the ball up to the bat, and if ever a player was done by sheer pace, that was it. So Grant Flower, he's out bowled by Shoaib Akhtar for 2. Zimbabwe now 12 for the loss of 1.
Shoaib Akhtar, the man of the moment for Pakistan. He's got rid of Grant Flower. Murray Goodwin is on strike. Well, he's middled that, and it's gone to second slip. 94 miles an hour. 12 for 1. And Zimbabwe bearing the brunt of perhaps the quickest bowling we've seen in the tournament.
Well, bit of fortune there for the left-hander. Zimbabwe 27 for 1. Caught. Murray Goodwin not quite getting it out of the middle, and he's pulled it straight to Shahid Afridi at square leg, and Abdul Razak has struck in his first over.
Not quite the man to be hitting the ball in the air too. Shahid Afridi has very big hands. If you have ever shook his hand, you'll realize how big his hands are. Buckets those. It's 28 for 2.
Andy Flower comes to the crease on a hat-trick of ducks. The last 2 digs. Naught against New Zealand, naught against Australia. That's going to fall safely. And away from Abdul Razak. That's a good shot. Andy Flower off the mark. A good example of the spirit that Shahid Afridi adds to this team. It's 35 for 2. The required rate climbing to 6.23 per over now for Zimbabwe. They've been on the end of a couple of stiff chases here in London. They'll be pleased to get out of the place. If they survive for the semi-finals, they won't have to play in London. Over the slips, another one that goes for 4.
Gone. Played on. It's always unfortunate when that happens, but just a little bit of extra bounce and pace has undone Andy Flower, and Razak gets his second wicket.
Yes, Andy Flower clearly beaten for pace.
So Zimbabwe were reduced to 46 for 3 after that loss of Andy Flower. I apologize, I am missing a few highlights here from the middle of the Zimbabwe innings, but thankfully I got the most exciting part, which was the last part of the Zimbabwe innings, where the final 3 wickets were wrapped up. Take a look.
Finish.
That's fairly simple stomping. Saqlain gets the wicket. First ball, charging, and stumped again. Saqlain's on a hat-trick. Here we go. Saqlain Mushtaq on a hat-trick. Omi and Bangwa on strike. And he's going to be close. He's out. He's got it. LBW. Saqlain wraps up the game with a hat-trick. Pakistan are in the World Cup semi-finals.
So exciting end there where Saqlain Mushtaq got a hat-trick and took the wickets of Henry Alonga, Adam Huckle and Pami Mabangwa and wrapped up Zimbabwe for 123 all out. So that win gave Pakistan back the momentum and they advanced to the semi-final stage where they took on New Zealand. Saeed Anwar was the judged man of the match for this game for his magnificent 103 runs. And I'll be bringing you highlights from the Pakistan versus New Zealand semi-final next. Hope you enjoyed today's highlights. Again, please press that subscribe and like button below as it would really help the channel. And until next time, please take care and goodbye.